Hello, Namaste everyone. Right now you all are watching TV Birgunj and listening Radio Birgunj. TV Birgunj is the prime TV located in one only metropolitan city of Madhya province, that is Birgunj. Well, in this particular channel we all are interacting with the different persons affiliated with different sectors of this particular society. Educational persons, they may be the political ones, they may be the social ones, or the persons who are related to different sectors. Today, the primary objective of this particular interaction is to share the important message to the students of school and college levels who are studying right now, who all are involved in different educational institutions. Now, let us talk about the guest. He is known by the name of Mr. Rajendra Koirala. Its short form is Mr. R.P. Koirala, Rajendra Prasad Koirala. He is an academician and is a pioneer person in context of Birgunj to start the English language. So, today he is our guest to interact. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ujjal bhai.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Hopefully, you are also good.
Yeah. Everything is going right.
Right.
Okay. Personally?
Personally good, professionally good, emotionally good, spiritually good,
Physically
good.
So, what is your opinion regarding the present educational system of our country?
See, what happens that education that is introduced in any nation should be always associated with the society. The education that is not associated with the society, that does not work. And if we do not teach our students about the society, about the community, about the existing situation of the nation, later on what will happen that we are just trying to sell our children in other countries. That is why education should be always associated with the society, and so far as the present situation is concerned regarding the education of our nation, no doubt some kind of changes have been brought over the last 37 years since the first democracy was restored in our nation. Changes have been brought, but still there are a lot of things to do, and because of lack of political stability, you can see that any kind of good things come to be noticed by everybody else. No sooner 4 months the government rules over, then again another government comes. That is creating a problem in our nation, but education is very important, no doubt, but it should be related to our, again I tell you, I repeat, to our society, to our community, to our nation.
For example, if a student is residing around this locality, that means Birgunj, then he or she should know the important aspects of Birgunj, of Parsa districts,
Right.
about Madhya province,
Right.
and the social levels around this locality.
Exactly. Let me put up some more ideas regarding that, like our local subject we have not been able to introduce up to now. It is the work of this metropolitan city that they have to develop a kind of local course as well, so that people should know about when Maistan temple was established, when Nursing temple was established, what are the facilities that are still available in Birgunj, and what like cultural values are there over this city and town. It should be really taught to the
How
students.
did Birgunj get its name?
Yeah.
How did Parsa?
Exactly. So, these are the things very necessary, but what we are doing is that we have imposed different kind of courses out there, but local course are still we are lacking. So, I always like of opinion, I am always of opinion that local level education should be also introduced. Local level characteristics of any city should be introduced. Like I guess it has already been started in Chitwan, and they have made their local government has played a very pivotal role in making their like their indigenous courses, and that course is very important along with the international course, no doubt. we should be internationally sellable as well, but at the same time nationally, internationally, we should be sound enough to let our children, to let our students know that what we really have, and they should be proud of their nation, they should be proud of their locality, they should be proud of their district, they should be proud of their province. So, these are very important things, and you see there is one English poem that woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. So, there are a lot of things to be done right now here.
Okay, if we talk about the other side, higher percentage of the students, they do not know how to write an application in a proper way, how to interact with the elder ones, how to face the job interview, how to speak in a public. Means these are the skills which are most essential in present context, but this higher percentage of students are lacking all these kind of skills. What is your opinion regarding
See,
this?
you are right. I have often advocated in different other programs as well that education alone is not enough. Education should be always embedded with skill and wisdom. Education without skill and wisdom is useless. And you see, there are generally three kinds of education that I will just explain later on, but two kinds of education. Firstly, let me explain about that. One is intellectual education, another is value based education. And intellectual education is all about your degree, all about your GPA, all about how much percentage you got. That makes an individual proud, that makes an individual arrogant, if we haven't taught them the value based education. Value based education is all about this skill, integrity, honesty, humbleness, modest attitude, and at the same time integrity. So, these are the things that we must be able to teach them, and whatever you said about even they do not know how to write application, it is not the mistake of the students, it is the mistakes of the teachers. They can keep the courses, non-credit courses in their own curriculum, like technical writing is very important. It is not about only English. If you talk about Nepali as well, you see they do not know how to write a simple application. If they have to just get like a citizenship from the studio office, then even a simple letter, they can't know. They don't know, sorry. They don't know how to write.
If we take the situation of the private schools, which are located around this locality, mostly the students who are studying in different schools of the Tarai region, they are very poor in Nepali.
Exactly, exactly. That is why I'd like to put up again another ideas is that our national language, international language, local language and mother tongue, we should never forget. It is very important that we should teach them. National language is very important. Almost all 99.9% of works are done in Nepal in Nepali language. So, we should know Nepali, and we should teach those students the technical writing in Nepali as well. And along with the international language, that is English, no doubt. We will have to teach them English as well in order to be sellable in the market if they want to just get a higher education, and later on they want to do any kind of research or anything like that. They need English, no doubt.
So, these kind of skills are required throughout the journey of life, but knowingly also we are not able to do so.
No, it's what happens, you see, we human beings have very different kind of tendency, and if there is no reinforcement in life, if there is no restriction in life, people do whatever they want. So, the obligatory system should be implemented, and it should be created, it should be developed by the local government. They can conduct a kind of seminar, a kind of workshop, and they can make it a discourse. A discourse should be made that what kind of things they are lacking, and whatever you said that students are lacking, these are the things. But you see what happens, that you might have seen somewhere that students are lacking, but there are some students, those who have got a very good capacity as well. I have seen in Birgunj itself.
I am not talking about all of them,
yeah,
but
exactly.
higher percentage.
Yeah, the thing is that students should have a kind of curiosity to learn anything else.
Eagerness.
Yes, main thing is that inquisitiveness is the major thing. Curiosity always leads to innovation. If the students are not curious, if students are not made curious, rather you say, it's the duty of all the educational institutions that students should have a critical thinking. And in order to have the critical thinking, they should have a kind of inquisitiveness. If it happens, so why does it happen? If it didn't happen, why it didn't happen? So, this kind of inquisitiveness is very important. Another stuff is that students must be able to avoid fear and doubt, and another is diffidence. Diffidence meaning opposite word of confidence, and people feel fear because of the environment. People feel doubtful because of the fear of their teachers, because of the fear of their seniors, and this fearism we have created. And there must be a kind of open environment for the students, for the children to raise the question. This should be very critical. Student, those who are critical, they will always boom in the future. Critical knowledge of an individual is very, very important, and it's all about the mindset, and we have to create that mindset. See, if you read a lot of books, if you go through different kind of trainings, if you go through a different kind of workshops, or if you have got a very good GPA, it doesn't work. See, until and unless your mindset is made for positivity, this kind of thing won't work. Your mind, when your mindset sucks, nothing will work. That's why main thing is that we should just try to make our children, make our students mindset very positive. And in order to have the positive mindset, positive environment is very important. And it is said that you are the product of an environment. What kind of environment you are born and brought up with, what kind of environment you raised up with, that entirely depends that what kind of mindset you have developed. And now we have to make a different narrative, especially in Parsa district. I am telling each and every teacher, those who are listening right now to me, a different narrative should be made that students are not weak, students are not poor, they know a lot of things, and we must be able to extract the hidden quality of an individual.
We must be able to take out from them.
Exactly, extract is very, very important. And at the same time, what happens, we teachers should be ourselves with growth mindset. There are two kind of mindset. One is growth mindset, another is fixed mindset. If you remain fixed mindset, and what do you say that, yeah, I used to do the same thing, so I'm okay with what I have got. That is a fixed mindset. But a growth mindset person is always inquisitive.
But on the other side, if we look at students' efficiency is judged, or the academic skills is judged on the basis of marks of examination. Are the question papers which are provided on different examination are the real aspects to judge?
No, it's not. Let me tell about myself. I was not that intelligent during my school time. Really, I was not that intelligent. In our time, it was very tough to get education as well, since there was a panchayat system, right? In our SLC, it used to be SLC, you might be knowing about that as well. I guess you went through the same procedure. So, during that time, only 9% result we had all over Nepal. And you see, during that time as well, those people who were pretty average student during their school life, they did wonderfully good in the later part of their life. So, about myself, if you talk about, even up to IA first year, second year, I was not that intelligent. But after I got an environment, after I got my companion, you will be same as your companion is. So, you should make your companion very good. So, I often give lectures to my students that A, B and C, avoid bad company. Until and unless you avoid your bad company, you cannot be positive. You will be always suffering from a kind of negativity. And there is a kind of frustration among the students right now, those who have completed their +2, they say that I don't have job, this and that. It's a shitty thing. I don't believe in it. Don't you have the opportunity right now here, Ujjwal? You're doing a lot of stuff. You've got opportunities or not? How did you get this opportunity? Because of your skill. Had you had only the education, would you have got this opportunity? No, if you keep on hanging around that education degree, that doesn't work. Degree and skill and your
should go together.
Yeah, and wisdom as well. You should have wisdom. Many people have a knowledge. And a very wrong narrative has been made in our society for a long time, right? That knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power, man. It is just an information. Until your knowledge is executed, it never becomes a power. So, knowledge is not, everybody has a knowledge. Even a dog has a knowledge that it has to eat its food into the mouth, not into the nose. But only we know that if we just have the food, then we have to distribute among all the people whatever food we have got. So, that is what wisdom is all about. So, and another stop is that, like, you speak very well and you have a very good You are a very good orator and you did a lot of hard labor back then, and right now you are doing good. Even I am doing good. I have also visited many countries. I went there, I found there. What is the difference between those countries and our country? Only one thing is lacking among our youths, that is procrastination, means delaying the things for tomorrow. And procrastination is the biggest disease.
Tomorrow never comes.
Yes, procrastination is the biggest disease of South Asian people even now. Though India over the last time it has been tremendously doing good in its economic jump, but still the student that I can just give you a very nice example, student those who used to study here in Birgunj, and those same students when they go to Kathmandu, when they go to India, they do the best. What's the reason? The reason is that environment. Environment is very important, and until and unless that environment is available where only toxic mentality and toxic kind of people are available there, then how can you imagine that you can be positive? Day in, day out, you will be listening the same thing. And whatever your conscious brain listens, your subconscious brain grasps the same thing. Your conscious brain knows that it is good or it is bad, but your subconscious brain doesn't know. If you just take the good things, it goes to the good things. If you take the bad things, subconscious brain grabs the same thing. So if your subconscious brain has been grabbing different kind of toxic environment, different kind of toxic matters being talked over by your senior, by your elders, by your neighboring people, your mind will be same. That's why there is a saying in English that if you hang out with 5 millionaires, you will be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 readers, you will be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 positive people, you will be the 6th at the same time. If you hang out with 5 toxic people, you will be the 6th. The ball is in your hand. Either want to hang out with the positive people or you want to hang out with the negative.
That means it is really important that by what kind of people are you surrounded with.
Exactly. That's that.
Okay. So, what are your advice, what are your suggestions for the students to achieve their goal or aim?
Very simple. Be inquisitive, avoid bad company, never be addicted to negative things, be addicted, be addictive to reading, be addictive to be inquisitive, and always try to find out the things that how I can reach to that level where the successful people have reached.
Management of time?
Your time management is very important, and discipline. See, dedication, devotion, determination, discipline. When these 4 Ds are there, only then you can design your future. And at the same time, family support is very, very required. However much you are positive, but if your family support is lacking, you'll really get into problem. It doesn't mean that you cannot be somebody. You can be somebody, you can be everybody, but family supports, will help a lot. In a mammoth rate, if it is helped, then the guy or the girl or the students can boom.
You are talking about the family support,
You're
but
right.
if we talk about the today's contest, parents are busy with their own work. When the students come back, they do not have the time to spend with their parents, or the parents do not have time to spend with their children. Communication gap is lacking. It is being observed in most of the families even.
Exactly.
So,
You're right.
what is your suggestion regarding this communication gap between the parents and their children?
See, what is very important is that parents, if they have given birth to their children, they have no rights to say that I don't have time to give my children. They are the stupid parents, I rather say. Like if they have given birth to their children, it is their duty just to grow them up.
Scenario is such that most of the parents, they totally depend upon the schools only.
Yeah, exactly. That is the problem. And they always blame on the school, right? That is another part. Okay, school is also responsible in some part of the things, that's okay. See, about the school, if you say that out of 24 hours, 6 hours only students remain in the school. 18 hours they remain in their houses. So parents forget that thing and they just try to blame on the school only. See, out of 18 hours and 8 hours they sleep, 6 hours is school, 14 hours, they still have 10 hours. This time management, parents have to maintain. And another stuff, let me tell you, before you, raise the question that how to control over this mobile, that children are so much addicted, towards this mobile.
Mobile addiction.
Mobile addiction is there. What to do during that? Very simple. If any parents, I request all the parents from here, if any of you want your children to not to use mobile or not to misuse mobile, then you must have to make the habit of reading books. Whenever children are doing their work, you can also sit along with them and start reading books. And this, help ultimately will help the children that what my parents are doing. Oh, they are reading books, and why not
But
I?
the scenario is the present context is such. Let me brief you with example only. If there is a big room and there are 5 to 6 family members, parents are there and their children are there. Children are busy with their own mobile, parents are busy with their own mobile, but they do not have any kind of communication in between.
This is what is the mistake of the parents. Like suppose that if you are just rushing towards Patlaya, let's say. Patlaya, you're going on the way to Jitpur, there's a big strike, and somebody got dead, spot dead, and because of that region there is a very big queue of the buses and the vehicles, and you are stuck over there, right? And then you think that, oh my gosh, what kind of nation it is, this, that, you start blaming on the government, you start blaming on the traffic police rules and regulation, and later on what you do is that, oh no, I can't go through this way, then you'll change your way or not. You'll go through the, you see this Patlaya road, this Kalaya road, you'll just find out and you'll go through this way.
Alternate
so same
option.
Thing, yeah, exactly. Same thing I tell you. Children in the beginning, if you keep on giving them mobile and all the time you just tell them to hang out with the mobile when you have any walks, then what will happen? They will be addictive towards it. The same kind of mentality is made. That's why their subconscious brain always just grasps the thing, whatever they get from their conscious mind. So we have to make our conscious mind very, very positive.
But what is the suggestions to utilize the mobile for gaining different kind of information in a positive perspective?
Yeah, we can do that. For that, parents should be very responsible. Parents should also not hide anything to their children. They should talk to the children very freely. They can just, sit around, and they all can exchange each, like whatever they are looking, what they are watching, how they can get knowledge. And children have to learn the same thing. And if parents themselves just go to another room and start looking the mobile, and what the children will learn, they will learn the same thing. So transparency is very important among the children by the parents, and it's not that difficult. See, it's only about your mindset. And we think that, oh my gosh, it's very difficult, my gosh, I can't do that. Look how your mindset made. Your conscious mind is grasping that I can't do that. So your subconscious mind grasps the same thing. And when your conscious mind gets the thing of negativity more, your subconscious grasps the same thing. And look, if there is the same kind of negativity between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, naturally people will commit crime, they will commit offense, they will hide the things. And it's the duty of the parents that what I suggest them, whenever students are there, they have their children, please don't use their certain time, they can manage their time. Okay, 5 o'clock students come back, sit with them, ask them right from the morning to the evening what they have done in the school. Okay, Babu, tell me right from the beginning which class, which teacher took your class, how was your class, did you have any kinds of problems? Start asking questions with them, keeping them in the, in your chest over here, or hugging them or sitting them together. You can ask them, keep on asking them questions, throw your mobile, and they will be so much happy. Oh my gosh, my parents want to listen what I did, and gradually, like what happens, it will become their habits, and when habits become behavior, it won't be changed. So we need the thing that is very important for us. We have to make the children's habit as a behavior, and there is one popular psychological aspect is there that is called the habit installation protocol. So it means that it takes around 66 days to avoid any kind of bad habit. Psychologists have proved it. Previously we used to think that old habits die hard. It's been absolutely wrong right now. It's been outdated philosophy right now. Any kind of habit at any time can be changed on conditions that people follow the habit installation protocol that consists of 3 stages: destructive level 22 days, installation level 22 days, and integration level 22 days, altogether 66 days. If a person is totally motivated, or he is prone to follow whatever the education given to him regarding this habit installation protocol, he or she will be changed. Thousands and thousands of criminals have changed their attitude when the psychologists have tried to make research.
Change can definitely come.
Exactly.
Okay. Each student or individual has got his or her own kind of strength.
Exactly.
What must be done to sharpen that strength?
See, the two things, let me tell you. One is profession, another is passion. And what is the profession of a student? A student's profession is to study properly. At the same time, if he or she has got a passion also comes in the secondary level. Primary level, he or she has to study at any cost, whatever you say. It's not America, it's not like UK, that you want to just play football and from the football you can make your career. We have got a lot of difficulties over here. So we must be able to differentiate between profession and passion. You should be able to take profession and passion simultaneously. If you are able to take both the things simultaneously, no doubt you can continue your education as well, you can continue your game as well, you can any kind of aptitude. You may have a different kind of aptitude. Like I developed a lot of aptitude, like I have written songs as well, you know it very well, and I am a very good scribe, means istambakar, right, and I write a lot of articles in different national and international newspapers right now, and it's all about the consistency. So we must be able to make a narrative among the students, among the children, that consistency and consistency will ultimately lead to the progress of life. Consistency is very important. I don't want to go a very big example of this state jobs or whatsoever, international people. No, I just want to give you the example of yourself.
Okay, while taking the education or while being involved in the educational process, the most familiar process which is widen around this locality is that teachers, they go into the classroom, they explain the lesson in their own kind of way. That means they are providing the output, and the students, they are listening to the teacher. That means they are getting the input. So what is the relation between this output and input?
See, what happens that it is the process, no doubt. In every school and colleges, even in a big university, it happens. But you see, the way how you present your profession matters a lot. So a teacher must be able to glamorize his or her business. Like I am also a teacher, I have been teaching, I am a professor as well. I have been teaching for around 35 years, but I have glamorized my profession. So one thing I am lacking over the teachers right now here, that they don't study themselves. Suppose that just this morning one event happened. What a coincidence, you asked me the question. When a student came and asked me that, first he asked one teacher that, sir, what happened in that Bangladesh, what kind of reservation is there, and what is the difference of reservation between our nation and that nation? Very genuine question, and the student was not so much satisfactory, and he came to me, asked me the question, and what kind of reservation is there, what is the different reservation between India, Nepal and that Bangladesh, how despite gradual improvement in economic scenario, the Prime Minister of Bangladesh had to run away from her nation. What's the reason? So I mean, what happens, we should read a lot, and we teachers, if we don't read, if we don't study, learning, studying and reading, these three phases should go all the time for the teachers. And a teacher, if he or she just got education 30 years ago, like suppose even if he or she has done PhD, and let me complete, he or she has done PhD 20 years ago and holding the same PhD all the time and trying to impose the same kind of education that he used to get previously, that doesn't work. He should be able to sharpen his saw. Karautima dhar lagaunu parcha in Nepali, that is said that. So your past glory, your past education don't count. You should always sharpen your saw.
Transformation is required according to time and situation.
Exactly.
Modulation is required.
Exactly.
Upgradation is required.
Exactly.
So we should be able to share the reliable information.
Exactly. Exactly.
If the information is not reliable, we can say, excuse me, I can say afterward also.
Right.
Okay. So it's really interesting talking with you. We are going on in a wonderful way.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
If we look at the other side of the coin, after 10+2, higher percentage of students are being migrated abroad.
So a very simple answer I am going to give. It is all just because of the lack of proper policy being made by the government. Very simple. Why do people want to go there? opportunities are there. We don't have opportunities. We're not able to create opportunities here. This is the reason that just they are rushing there. Otherwise, why should an individual go leaving their own mother's lap, just clean the washroom and mop the garden? Why should they go there?
So, what must the government or the stakeholders do to attract all these kind of students within the nation only?
Policy should be made, very strong policy should be made, and employment oriented programs should be introduced, and people must have faith in government. The thing what is happening right now, 30 years ago, those who were the prime minister, still they are the prime minister in our nation. Matter of pity, how do people believe it? Last time I heard a very nice interview of Jagdish Kharel. What he said that when Sirvadar Deva first became the prime minister, Bill Clinton became 2-time president when Sirvadar Deva was the prime minister here. And again after that Bush came, and after that gradually 3, 4 or 5 presidents have already been changed in America. But look here, the same 3 persons have been loitering around, the same power, same kind of like very fake games. They're trying to make people fool, and those people who get an opportunity, then they'll go. People migrate from one nation to another nation, Ujjwal bhai, only for one reason, that is opportunity. Do you remember that long ago, people from Rajasthan, people from India, people from Bihar, people from UP used to influx in Nepal? There are a lot of opportunities. Till 1974, India was also the worst nation, right? But when the visionary finance minister, Mr. Mohsin came into the cabinet of India with the prime ministership of P.V. Narasimha Rao, after that gradually Indian economy started changing.
So, there must be a severe concern regarding this matter, that the youth generation should be attracted within the nation only. Otherwise, there may be the brain drain also.
No, see, there is no question of brain drain over here. For your kind, people have a very wrong conception. Like, have you ever seen any TU professors, or have you ever heard that any TU doctors, those who have been working here for a long time, they have left nation and they have gone to the foreign country and they have started mopping? You can't listen that. It's not brain drain, it's a labor drain. Our nation, we have a very wrong narrative we have been creating.
Labor drain, yeah.
Labor drain. It's not about a brain drain. Like, I don't want to go. I have visited. I've got a lot of opportunities here. Why should I go? I don't go.
So, at the time when the students' skills should be required for the welfare of the nation, should be utilized for the benefit of the nation only, their skills, their knowledge, their academic skills,
right?
But at the same time they are migrating. So, the severe concern should be put towards this matter. Now, we are towards the end of this wonderful interaction.
One more thing I'd like to put up, and after that we can wrap up this thing. Like, technology, science and technology should be always learned from the developed country. But culture, tradition, our ritual, our custom should never be forgotten. In Nepal it is said that विज्ञान र प्रविधि जहिले पनि विश्वका विकसित देशबाट हामीले अगाल्नुपर्छ भने देशको संस्कार, संस्कृति, आफ्नो धर्म हामीले कहिले पनि बिर्सिनु हुँदैन. That is what, if people want to go abroad, doesn't matter, but government has to make or the certain concerned authorities should make a plan and policy as how to reverse the that drain.
And implementation should be done in an effective way.
Right.
The major thing we lack is about the implementation part also, because most of the plannings are done, and
no sooner does one government change, another government again just changes everything else. So it's a very, it's a very, very pathetic situation in our nation. That's why students have got a kind of frustration, they have got a kind of depression living in this nation. That is the reason.
Now we are towards the end of this interaction. What do you want to say to the parents and the students, or anything from your side, please?
Okay, one poem I have written. I'd like to read in front of you, if you allow me.
In fact, in front of the viewers.
In front of the viewers, sorry.
And the audience.
In front of the, I have found it. It's in Nepali. May I read?
Yeah, please.
All right. Okay, all the audience, please listen. Especially, this is the dedication to all my young students of the nation. तिमी केही गर न टाइटल. तिमी आफ्नो लुकेको क्षमतालाई खोज न, कमजोरी निकाल्ने त अरु भइहाल्छन् नि. यदि कदम नै बढाउनु छ भने अगाडि बढाउँदै जाऊ, पछाडि तान्ने त अरू छँदैछन् नि। सपनै देख्नु छ भने ठुलो सपना हेर न, तिमीलाई बदनाम गर्न खोज्ने त अरू छँदैछन् नि। तिमी आफूमा उत्कट अभिलाषाको लाभालाई बाल्ने कोसिस गर न, ईर्ष्या र डाहा गर्ने त अरू छँदैछन् नि। प्रेम नै गर्नु छ भने आफूलाई गर न, घृणा गर्ने त अरू छँदैछन् नि। तिमी आफ्नो अलग्गै पहिचान बनाउ न, भिडमा हिँड्ने त अरू छँदैछन् नि। तिमी दुनियाँलाई केही गरेर देखाउ न यार, ताली बजाउने त अरू छँदैछन् नि, ताली बजाउने त अरू छँदैछन् नि। थ्याङ्क यू।
That sounds wonderful.
My pleasure.
Thank you. It is really interesting talking with you. Thank you very much.
So nice of you as well that
Okay.
you have called me up. Thank you.
Okay. Today we have interacted with the academician Mr. Rajendra Prasad Koirala. So we want to wrap up the show. Thanks to the entire team of TV Birgunj and Radio Birgunj, and myself Ujjwal wants to sign off. Thank you very much. Namaste.
तपाईं हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ टिभी बिरगन्ज।